Hello YouTube, this is Furious Maximum, and this is example 23 of our Fallout 4 Virtual Settlement Tourism series. Today, we're looking at Starlight Drive-In, and we'll start with a run around the perimeter. I apologize for the very long time since my last posted settlement. There were many reasons for the delay. One, since Bethesda released their so-called update, Fallout 4 has become far less stable and crashes much more frequently. Two, that update made it so I no longer have access to my mods load order. Thankfully, the mods I do have still work. Three, we were working on other games, particularly Mega Man Maker. And four, most importantly, without going into too much detail, I had to take more time to being proactive about my health. All that said, I'll still work on more settlements that hopefully will bring you some measure of inspiration and or relaxation. Throughout this tour, you will see many different textures, foliage, furniture, display items, and even settlers with names. This was done with mods that are PS4 compatible, as this is PS4 footage you're looking at, and at the end of the tour, around the 31-minute and 30-second mark, you'll see an old clip of my mod list, so you can see what mods I've used, what they do, and who made them. As we enter one of the west entrances, you'll see a sign for an improvised motel, the Roadside Reststop, built into the screen's maintenance rooms. It looks cramped and dingy, but in the Commonwealth wasteland, a place to sleep that's somewhat warm and mildly bulletproof due to being made out of cinder blocks is worth the money. And one has the option of spending more for the private room. The next things we'll take a look at are Luke examining the condition of some animal hides from nearby rad stags, one of the wall corners turret setups so you can see some of their defensive options, and a small salon / rent-a-shower staffed by a lady named Genesis, who is this settlement's barber. While we're in the salon, I'll take the time to say that in addition to mods, there are items from the Creation Club options, specifically Nuka-Cola, Slocum's Joe, modern furniture, and arcade packs.
Another day of hard work. Never changes.
Basically Coca-Cola and Dunkin' Donut DLCs, among others. There's some controversy about the value of Creation Club, but there are sales, and in my personal fiction, many of the buildings here are pre-war, commercially zoned crop-ups set up around the original drive-in. So I kinda needed the Coca-Cola and Dunkin' Donut DLCs to produce my vision. Next, we'll check out the sniper chair on top of the screen, but the next bit of commentary will be at around the 4-minute and 23-second mark. Since the story of Fallout 4 generally states that cars usually don't work, this Corvega leasing office was turned into a small home for 4 of this settlement's 20 residents. It has carpeting and a working bathroom, luxuries when compared to life outside of a walled settlement. I'll get back to you in 30 seconds after you take a look at the inside of this home. However, even here, as we enter the drive-in lot part of the settlement, you'll see vehicular shells that in some cases were used as a most desperate form of shelter. Now, we'll take a look at Slocum's Joe, a creation club pack with new crafting stations, items, clothes, and building signs that are Fallout's answer to Dunkin' Donuts. Enjoy the decor, as my commentary will become increasingly intermittent with the next small bit that'll be at the 7-minute and 13-second mark. This is the clothing and armor shop, Andy's Armor and Attire. Sorry, it's PS4, so I ran out of 2 size bars of budget before I put up the neon letters, and I couldn't put up any letters anymore because it was starting to cause the system to crash even more than it already does. So, my apologies for that. Anyway, it's staffed by the owner, Andy, and his longtime girlfriend, Paige. And they really don't have anything at all to say to the Minutemen General. They must really not like me. Him. Really not like him. Who am I kidding? I get treated like this in real life. At the 8-minute and 52-second mark, we'll look at some ad posters and the gun shop. But the next bit of verbal commentary will be at the 10-minute and 16-second mark. Here, we're gonna check out a house that was converted from a law office or something? I don't know, and in my personal fiction, neither do the settlers, but it's well furnished and well equipped for the 4 settlers that live upstairs. Enjoy the tour around this house, and the next commentary will be at the 12-minute and 5-second mark. Here are a couple of extra outhouses for travelers passing through Starlight Drive-In on the way to other locations. They're well used. Drop that Dooky. Now we're entering through the southern entrance. Off to the right is the path for trade caravans to use, with shade and benches further back for their comfort. The tall blue structure with the wings, which used to be a drive-up diner, has been converted to a thrift shop called Ryleeware, staffed by Trader Riley, recruited from Longneck Lukowski's cannery. Note, she can only be recruited if you never actually talk to Lukowski and start his quest. If his quest is started, Riley, for no apparent reason, never appears again. The next bit of commentary will be at the 14-minute and 17-second mark.
Got some stuff for sale. Care to have a look?
Stick to the roads, and you got a better chance of surviving.
Business is good. Make a move and I'll end you, Wastelander.
As I've previously mentioned, I've used mods, including one that moves the puddle over to this corner of the settlement.
Got a dangerous look about you. Hope you ain't here for me.
Over here is William, our scavenger/mechanic, next to a building that houses the robot construction terminal and power armor repair stations. Take a look. The next comments will be at the 16-minute and 4-second mark. Now, we're outside of a medical care franchise office called Mendco Medical. There is another location at County Crossing, which you will see for about the next 30 seconds. Upon return, you'll see this office staffed by Riley, the general practitioner, Brooke, the surgeon in the room in the back, and Kinley, the optometrist, jankily standing in a janky way in the bathroom.
Yeah.
The next commentary will be at the 18-minute and 22-second mark.
Not many doctors around these days. Should let me take a look at you. Easy living, this ain't.
This is the utility building. The main power generator and supplementary water pumps are housed in this concrete box of a structure. Upstairs on the second floor, the small backroom area was converted into a small, cramped residential room, but it's fine because it's in a concrete building, with a nearby working bathroom, so it's safe and comfortable. In the Commonwealth wasteland, you'll be lucky to get either one. The main area on the second floor has diagnostic equipment and materials watched over by Evan, this settlement's electrician.
Don't care much for good neighbor. That place is nothing but trouble.
On the roof are missile launchers to fortify the settlement's northern wall against troublemakers who might try to use the northern cliff as a high point to attack the settlement. The food production area / garden and its nearby house for 5 residents will be shown between the 20-minute and 35-second mark until the 22-minute and 36-second mark, but the next commentary will occur at the 22-minute and 45-second mark. Enjoy this part of the tour.
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
Think I put enough signs up? Because we're at the Starlight Drive-In location of Cola Cafe, a franchise which I have at 3 other settlement locations that I'm about to show you, at times listed on the bottom of the screen. The first one is on the approach road to the Adam Cat's garage.
All the soda you can drink.
There is a mod that lets this place be used as a full settlement. The map, from what I can tell, lines up with a town called Slocum, Massachusetts. So let's run up on Rowdy while she's sitting in the garage. For no real reason. This Cola Cafe is at Reeb Marina, which in my personal fiction is a heavily fortified Minutemen base to protect travelers up and down the coast from being attacked by the Revere Beach Raiders and super mutants that are posted up at a nearby satellite array. This next Cola Cafe is at County Crossing, which in my personal fiction is a largely intact pre-war strip mall, much like any of the other tens of thousands of strip malls in America today, called the County Crossing Convenience Corner.
This is delicious.
Which in the Commonwealth wasteland is a set of luxuries worth turning into a heavily fortified settlement. Now that we're back at Starlight Drive-In, you should know that the variety of cola-tastic decorations was done by combining several resources. First, the vanilla game has a few cola-tastic decorations already. Second, the official Nuka World DLC has a lot of cola-tastic decorations.
I hope you realize how much you did for us.
Third, the Nuka-Cola Creation Club content pack, aka the Coca-Cola DLC, has a lot of cola-themed decor and furniture. Fourth, a mod called OC Decorator lets one fix items into position, allowing food and drinks to be stable decor to really give your cafes and restaurants a sense of life and detail. Next comment is at the 26-minute and 56-second mark.
Got work to do. Can't talk now. Can't remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days. Biggest town I ever saw.
This delightful display of drinks, with its cool collection of colas, was inspired by fellow YouTube Fallout 4 settlement builder, Phoenix Embrace, and I have used her advice to help decorate 2 of my other settlements like this, as tribute and thanks. Upstairs is a Nuka-Cola themed motel that leans very heavily into cola themed furniture for each room. Enjoy the decor, and the next bit of commentary will be at the 28-minute and 38-second mark. Here is the arcade, staffed by Kaylee working the prize desk in the corner. It was created using build items from the official Nuka World DLC and the arcade cabinet pack from Creation Club, which makes all of the Pip-Boy games available from cabinets as well, for a bit of extra retro arcade feel. The next and last bit of commentary for this tour will be at the 30-minute and 41-second mark.
Hi, how are you?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, approaching the top of the screen, so we can look upon the town built at Starlight Drive-In. It's big, flat, rectangular, well-traveled, not too far from several key locations, yet not too close to enemy camps, like the Slog is with Saugus Ironworks, so this ends up as many players' crown jewel settlement. And I hope it is the case with my settlement as well. I've used many mods and Creation Club packs to bring to you my most complete and well-furnished settlement so far. I hope you found this tour somewhat inspiring and relaxing, or at least as relaxing as the Commonwealth Wasteland can be anyway. Stay tuned for the mod list, and thank you for viewing. Thank you very much.